Hi guys, welcome to ThomTech Tutorials. I am Thomas and this is session 28 of Azure Data Factory tutorial 2. So in this session we are going to cover what is execute pipeline activity and what are the usage and functionalities of the same. So guys, before we start, please do subscribe and support my channel. So with that, let's begin our tutorial for the day. Execute pipeline activity. Okay, so this activity will help us to execute pipelines. Okay, we have the option to give the pipeline names that we want to execute, and this helps us to follow a process, okay, in which our pipeline should execute. Okay, so don't get confused. Let's switch back to our Azure Data Factory and see this in practical. Okay, let's go back. So you can see we have created multiple pipelines, right? So one of this is landing copy activity, this one, the one which is great. Okay, what it is doing, so if you guys have not seen this, please go and watch my previous videos, and you will find this in my playlist. Okay, so you can see, let's click on this view playlist. You will find one of the videos which will be covering the copying activity. Let's, yeah, this one, the series 18. So you will get an idea on like how to copy the files. Okay, now let's switch back to this one. So what it does is it will copy the file from source folder, that is Excel file. From the source folder you can see we have one Excel file. It will read it and then it will dump that into the landing folder as a txt file. Okay, let's go back. That is the first one. And the second one, what it does is, let's look for this activity, that is SP activity. So what this pipeline is doing, let's assume that there might not be any proper link, but let's assume that the first activity, it will move the file from source to landing. Okay, and after that the second pipeline, that is SP activity, this is going to call a stored procedure. Okay, which is going to update a log in the SQL table. Okay, what it is going to update, like it is going to insert into a log table saying that the file has been loaded. Okay, so let's forget about it. Just assume that this is the flow. First this activity should run, and once this is succeeded successfully, we should go for execution of the second pipeline, that is this one. So what I will do, I can create another folder, and so if you want to organize your folders in a way, then I think from manageable point of view it will be very useful. Then click on new subfolder. Inside that you can give like masters. Click on master. Okay, so this is your folder, master folder. Inside this you can create one pipeline. Okay, PL master load, something like that. Whatever sensible name you want to give, you can put it here. So this is your master pipeline. Save it, and then you can close the rest of the pipelines from the top. Okay, just close it because we are not using it right now. Okay, so this is your one single pipeline canvas that is ready to be developed. Okay, now what you can do, pull out a execute SQL task, no sorry, execute pipeline task, bring it over here. Okay, and then give it a proper name. Call source landing. Okay, call source landing or whatever name you want to give here. Go to settings. From the drop box, look out for your pipeline. You can search for anything like a landing, copy landing. Yes, this one. See, click on this. Okay, and then you can bring one more item, that is execute pipeline, and then rename it to a proper name, that is logging. Okay, go to the settings. From the drop box, go and look out for your SP. Okay, so see, so I have taken two execute pipelines. Okay, and then I am deciding the control. So once this entire pipeline is completed, then only I should start on this. Okay, so what I will do, I will just join it together, and this is what we call as master pipeline. So it is going to call the child this one first, and then the second child this one. So we can decide on the flow how it should go. Then save it, and then let's trigger it. Okay, so let's consider this is an SP. Okay, and it's just an SP just to show you guys like how this execute pipeline works. Okay, so just don't relate this SP to have some business logic or something like that. Okay, so if you guys have any additional question, do let me know or reach out to me. I'm more than happy to let you know. Okay, so that's it. Let's trigger it and let's see what happens. Now sometimes like in a practical scenario, what happens is like we will keep this as a master pipeline and we will create child pipelines, and that will be wrapped up into an execution. This is running. In the meantime, I will show you. Click on this and create a new subfolder, that is executions. So these pipelines will be there for executions. Okay, create this as a folder. Now let's see whether we can move all these pipelines. So I think we can drag and drop that. Let's drag it to this, drag it into this, drag it into this, like this. You can do it and organize your folders and pipeline structures. Okay, just give me like 30 seconds. Let me just organize it so that you guys can get some idea on like what's I'm thinking on. See, so let's save it. So you can see we have only two folders, right? So two main folders. This is like data integration. One is the main folder. Okay, then we have executions, then we have master. The executions is going to contain all the child activities which will be responsible to perform the ETL activity or data integration from different sources. Okay, and once that is done, then we have a master pipeline. So this is one master pipeline which is going to call all the other pipelines in sequence. Okay, that's it. So simply we need to trigger this pipeline on the weekends or like if it's on a scheduled basis, and this is going to run. Okay, if you want to create additional master pipelines, we can do it. So this has failed due to some reason. Let's go and check what is the issue. Okay, let's see what has happened. So sometimes what happened, this is an execute pipeline, right? So this is the important thing. So we cannot see much more detail because it is calling another pipeline. So for that you need to go to this monitor, click on this monitor, and then click on debug mode and see. This is the master that got triggered. This master is not going to give you much detail about the issue. See, click on this, you will not find. It is saying that it has called this child pipeline. So you need to click on the child pipeline to see more details. Okay, so click on this child pipeline. It will take you inside the detailed child activities. See, and what has failed now. Let's see. Copy activity. What is the issue? Click on this. Let's see what is the issue. Is not supported. Okay, there is some issue. It might be some old issue. It's not supported. Please remove the password. Okay, let's see what's the issue. Happened on the sync side. Let's quickly check it out. What is the issue? Go to the copy activity. Open this. Yeah, one more thing. So suppose this is your pipeline and you want to click and get inside that child pipeline. Click on this arrow. So you are inside that pipeline and it will take you over here. Okay. The rest one you can close it. Let's close it and make sure we have only two pipelines opened here. That is, one is master and other is the child one which has failed. Now let's see, it has failed at the copy activity level. Let's expand this. Click over here. This is your source in the destination. Let's see what has happened. Landing txt. Okay, let's open this. Okay, so something has gone wrong. Let's check it out. Before that, what we can do is let's go and check out what is the file, whether it's a corrupted file or it's a good file. Before that, let's go and check that. Okay, that could be a reason. So I have downloaded this file. It is downloaded over here. Let's click on this and let's see. Yeah, so the source file itself was it was corrupted file, so that's the reason it is not doing any activity. So let's do one thing. Let's create a new file, this one quickly, two folders, name. Okay, okay, that's it. customer file, save it. That's it. Close this, go back to your data lake, select these files because these files we are not using now, right? Just select this, go delete. Okay, go and upload the new file that you have created in your local. Go and select that file, click on upload, close this, go back to ADF, back to our master pipeline, close this. This is your master pipeline. Let's click it now and let's see what happens. So guys, if I'm going too fast, please do let me know, so I will try to improve that. And if you have any questions around this, please do let me know. So let's execute this, let's see what happens. And also one more thing, like people who worked on SSIS, so there also we had a concept of master and child, right? So similar to that, we can use this master pipeline and we can pass some values. If let's suppose your pipeline is expecting some variables, right, your child pipeline, then we can pass those values from this master pipeline on the runtime. Okay, so that also we can do. Now let's see, it's executing. Yeah, see, the first pipeline, it has called source landing and it is completed. Let's go back to our data lake. This was our source file, customer file.xlx. In the source folder, go to ThomTech and look out for the landing zone. In the landing zone, you will find this file as a txt file. See, right? Let's open it and view it and let's see what we have. So we have two records. One is like Thomas, the other one is like Philip. So we'll find it over here. Okay. So now we are good to go. Close this, and then it has executed the stored procedure. That is this one. So this is the stored procedure that it got executed. Okay. So that's how you can control your flow, okay, through the master pipelines, making use of this execute pipeline activity in the Azure Data Factory. So guys, if you have any doubt, please do let me know and please do subscribe and support my channel. So that's it for the day. Let's meet in the coming sessions. Thank you. Have a great day.